Welcome to the Temple of Enlightenment International Spiritual Center. My name is issacharbey, and I want to thank all of you for tuning in to today's teaching. If this is your first time joining us, we want to say welcome, and we want to say thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedules to listen in on this great teaching on this great Sunday. We are here every Sunday, same time, same place. And we are delighted and we are excited about each and every one of your futures. Here at the Temple of Enlightenment International Spiritual Center, one of the things that we want to do is help you become the best version of yourself. As we get closer and closer to the end of the year and we're knocking on the door of 2025, we want to make sure that we are in position to win. We are in position to succeed. We are in a position to excel to greatness. And so I just want to motivate, inspire all of you to take heed and take charge to these lessons that we go over, that we learn every week. We are continuing our series, The Great Rewrite, How to Change Your Life Script. And if this is your first time, please, you can go back and listen to the first one. It seems like every week we just go to a new level, a deeper depth, a higher height. And we are extremely, extremely excited. This weekend, today is we're basically in the holiday week. Thanksgiving is on Thursday. And I want to just let you guys know that I am forever grateful and thankful for all of you, for all of the supporters, all of you that listened, all of you that hit the like button, all of you that subscribed, all of you that shared the podcast, shared the teachings, shared the channel. We are forever grateful. Those of you that found me and say, hey, look, this guy has really changed my life. He has really given me some things to think about. He has really challenged my thought process and really got me thinking about some things about my life to make some changes, to rewrite, to make some changes. And so we are forever grateful. We look forward to that. And I want to let you guys know that I'm thankful for you guys, for your support, your consistency. Thank you. It's we don't take anything for granted. And we appreciate everyone who's listened, everyone who's joined, everybody who subscribed, and we want to let you guys know that we are forever grateful. Whatever you're thankful for, this week, we're in the holiday seasons now, and sometimes this can be a very difficult time for people. I want to encourage you that if you're without a family, if you're without somebody who you don't feel like you have loved ones or somebody, I want you to know that, yes, me, issacharbey, the Temple of Enlightenment International Spiritual Center, we are here for you, each and every one of you. You have a family. You have somebody that loves you. You have somebody who cares for you. You have somebody who is in your corner. And so I want you to know that you guys need anything from us, reach out to us. Our emails, our information is in the description below. You can reach out to us at any given time, and we want you to know that we love you. We family. And you have a family with us. We're all family. And so I know that sometimes this can be a difficult season for some, but I want you guys to know that all is well and all things work together for the good of them. And so we're forever grateful. I don't want to talk your ear off. I can go on about being thankful and just the holiday seasons. But what I want to do is I want to get into our lesson for today. If those of you can find a quiet place, relax, and just settle your mind. One of the things that I love about this small little meditation we do in the beginning, or this spiritual mind treatment, is that when you get your mind in the position to receive information, to receive knowledge, to receive wisdom, you put yourself in a position to really intake. It's almost like your ears are extra sensitive. It's almost like you are absolutely embedded and in connected in to listen and hear things that you probably normally wouldn't hear, pick up on things. Your eyes will begin to see things that you never saw before. And so that's one of the reasons why we do that, is to put you in a position so that you can intake this information and really adhere and really pull it in and begin to apply it to your life. And in that, it allows you to find a place where you can just find peace and tranquility and begin to just mellow out and begin to just flow. And so it, it, we're on, I believe this is lesson 10 now. So we've been 10 weeks working on this, and the feedback that I've been getting for this is unbelievable. So many people are telling me that they're blessed by these teachings, and it's really helping them out with their life, and it's really moving them in a great place. And so we are forever grateful. We are forever grateful for this. I want you to get in a quiet place, relax, take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. Once again, inhale and exhale. I recognize that there is one infinite source, one divine intelligence that creates, guides, and sustains all life. This presence is the creative power behind all expression, the editor of all experiences, and the narrator of all stories. It is the essence of truth, beauty, and purpose, forever flowing through me as me. The infinite intelligence is always available, empowering me to produce, edit, and narrate the masterpiece of my life. In this moment, I affirm that I am the producer of my life. I take control of my story, creating the foundation for a new and inspired way of being. With divine wisdom as my guide, I confidently shape my vision, choosing thoughts and actions that align with my highest good. I know that I am supported in every moment by the limitless power of creation, and I am free to craft the story of my life with clarity and intention. I declare that I am the editor of my script. I choose to rewrite and refine the details of my life, releasing and removing anything that no longer serves me. I let go of outdated beliefs, fears, and limitations, trusting that they are replaced with new, empowering truths. My life story is ever evolving, unfolding in greater harmony, joy, and purpose as I align with the divine. I embrace my role as the narrator of my life. I own my voice, speaking my truth with confidence and authenticity. I bring my vision to life, infusing it with love, power, and intention. I know that my words and thoughts have creative power, shaping the experiences of my life. I narrate my story with joy and conviction, knowing that it reflects the infinite potential within me. I give thanks for the truth of this realization, for the knowledge that I am the producer, editor, and narrator of my life. I am grateful for the creative power that flows through me, guiding and supporting me in every moment. I release this word into the law, knowing that it is already fulfilled, and so it is, and so it is. I want to talk today, we're going to talk about the mysteries of the pen, rewriting the script of your life, the mysteries of the pen. Now, I've always emphasized throughout this series how important the pen is. Because the pen is where we do the writing, the rewriting, is where we do the drafting, the rough draft. It's where the magic is in the pen. But I want you to understand what the pen is. The pen is the pen represents for you to produce, for you to edit, and to narrate. PEN. The pen represents, it is an acronym for you to produce, to edit, and narrate your life story. That's what the pen. To produce literally means that you take control of your life by creating the foundation of a new story. And if you want to know about the foundation and how you start, you can go back to the beginning. The first message we talked about was the plan, which was purpose. I think it was, you got me now. It was purpose, logistics, action, and navigating. I believe that's what the plan was. But you can go back and listen to that first one we did. The E represents to edit, to rewrite and refine the details of your script, removing what no longer serves you. And so that's something that's very important, because so many of us are dealing with things in our lives that we really don't have to deal with. We can edit them out. To narrate, which would be the N. Own your voice as the storyteller, bringing your vision to life. Own your voice. Everybody listening to me, you have a voice. You have a voice. Own your voice. Everybody has a voice. Everybody has their own creative expression. Everybody has their own way of how they begin to blend in and begin to serve humanity. Everybody has a gift. Everybody has a purpose. Everybody has a destiny. And so when you move into the understanding of the pen, that my pen is, every time you pick up a pen, you understand that this pen is for me to produce, it's for me to edit, and it's for me to narrate. If you don't write your own story, somebody else will. And trust me, they won't write it in your favor. Never give anybody your pen. If you don't write your own story, somebody else will. I don't want anybody else to write my story. I want to write my own story. I want to be able to create the story that I want to live, that I want to experience, that I want to partake in. We will dive deep into the mysteries of the pen, the sacred tool we use to rewrite your life, reclaim your power, and step fully into your destiny. This is your moment to pick up your pen and declare, I am the author of my story. See, when you realize how much power you really have and how much we've been giving our power away to things, to people, to places, to situations that we really shouldn't have, we understand how powerful we really are and really begin to understand. You'll really be blown away at the significance of how powerful we are and what power we possess within us to have the ability to change our life's script. The pen is not merely an instrument. It is a bridge between your inner world and the universe. Every word you write carries vibration, intention, and energy. Here's why the pen matters. Let me tell you why the pen matters. Uh, Many of us sometimes we give our pen away to other people. We have other people writing our own story. And a lot of times we are trying to make everybody happy. We're trying to please everybody. And you got to realize that at some point in life, you have to begin to live the life that you were born to live. Everybody has their own purpose. Everybody has their own destiny. And you have the ability to do, to be, and to have all that your heart desires. The pen, as a channel of energy, it begins to, we look at your thoughts, your emotions. And when you look at your thoughts and emotions, keep in mind, your thoughts and your emotions are the frequencies. The act of writing channels these frequencies, writing channels these frequencies into the physical realm. The pen becomes the conduit, transforming ideas into reality. Many of you who have been following me and who have been equipped and connected to my teaching always hear me say that writing is the first level of manifestation. Why? Because anybody who's listening to me, if you've ever done a business deal, they always say, well, let me get it in writing. Let's put it in writing. Why? Because writing solidifies it. Writing makes things official. When you're doing a business deal, you write it, you put it in writing, you get contracts, you get things notarized. Why? Because it makes things official. And so that's the significance here when we just talk about the power of writing things, the power of putting down your experiences, your manifestations, beginning to rewrite your life script, the power of the pen. The written word was always a sacred power. The Bible says that the pen is mightier than the sword. Back in the ancient times, they always believed that when you write things, you actually write things into being. When you write your story with intention, you are engaging in a divine act of creation. Now, when you realize how powerful you are and you begin to use the tool, yes, the pen is a tool. But what I want you to understand is this. We're going to learn about the pen. You're going to work with the pen. And at some point in your life, you will become the pen. Yes. Now, when we talk about the pen, remember to produce, to edit, and to narrate our life story. The pen has such mystical and magical essence about it that even the ink of the pen is significant. Because the ink can be looked upon as the seal of intention. Ink represents permanence. When you're writing something, you may say, you know what, let me write it in pencil because I'm going to erase, rewrite just in case you make a mistake. But normally, which is facts, when you're writing with a pen, it's usually permanency. And, growing up, I mean, we don't, in school now, everything is computerized. So They don't teach the kids how to write cursive anymore. I'm pretty sure they don't do the writing exercises like we used to do. But when you also wrote with a pen, we also had whiteout. So you would do whiteout and then you would just write on top of it again. But when you write with pen, it was declared at a level of permanency. What you write, you claim. Writing anchors your dreams in reality, giving them a form that can be nurtured and manifest. What you write, you claim. You begin to write things and begin to put them into perspective, right? You will have ownership through authorship. Those of you that are listening to me, and if you have access to the chat in YouTube right now, I want you to write this in the chat. Ownership through authorship. By picking up the pen, you declare yourself the author of your life. No longer are you a spectator in your own story. You are the creator. You are the one that will begin to edit and change the dynamic of your life. So many of you have reached out to me and let me know what you guys are doing regarding the 2025 year and rewriting your life and putting things in perspective. And I'm telling you, the more that you operate and work with this, the more you will see things come to fruition. Now, I will say this to you, those of you who are listening, Monday, tomorrow, Mercury goes retrograde. Some of you may say, oh, I don't believe in that, whatever the case may be. But we understand the significance of the planetary alignments and how they operate within our galaxy. What I mean by that is Mercury will be retrograde from November 25th until December 15th. So what that means is that anything having to do with communication, anything that has to maybe do with transportation, you may just want to be extra careful. You want to make sure if you're signing documents, I probably wouldn't try to sign any documents or anything like that, but if you sign any documents, if you doing anything communication-wise, you may want to just be extra careful. This may be a time between the 25th and the 15th of December where we may have issues with our phones, maybe, social media, when Facebook and Twitter and Instagram don't work, everybody start going crazy. You may have that going on. You may also, depending on who your phone carrier is, Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, you may see there may be something going on with that. I'm just putting this out there just to let you guys know that Mercury is going retrograde. Now, the reason I brought that up to you is because Mercury represents communication. And in communication, one of the ways that we communicate is through writing. And so this would be a good time for you to practice writing your life's script. This is a good time to do that. This is a time for you to go back over it over and over again, redo it, relook at it. So this is a good time. The pen is more than just a physical object. It is a symbol of creative authority. Throughout history, the written word has shaped revolutions, broken chains, and built worlds. It's a tool of manifestation. I mean, even when you look at the hieroglyphics, even going all the way back to the ancient text, the writing on the walls, the writings of the hieroglyphics, they were able to understand that whenever they wrote something, they basically called it into being. And you have the ability to have that ownership to where you are now taking ownership over your life when you are operating with the pen. The pen is very powerful. It's a very, very powerful thing. Writing is not just something you do. It is an energetic commitment to yourself and your vision. It's about you understanding your focus, your attention. Writing forces you to slow down, focus, and channel your energy into specific words. These words become spells, shaping the reality around you. It's an opportunity for you to come into and begin to start putting down the things that you want to experience, the things that you want to see come to fruition. It's also about clearing the energetic blocks. You know, many of us may have blocks because of things that happened in the past. We still may be holding on to things in the past. We still may be, holding on to situations and circumstances emotionally, psychologically. We may have those things that we're carrying around with us that we actually need to let go of. But when you write about your past, pain, or your limiting beliefs, you release them from the energetic fields. Dealing with a past relationship that was very difficult for you, losing parents, losing loved ones, maybe having a rough spell at some point in your life, So these are the things that will help you to clear those energy blocks. And writing is a form of self-healing, And so when I say writing, some of you may not be of the physical connotation, which means that you don't want to go get a book and physically write down everything. But we live in a digital society now where you can actually talk into your phone and record your thoughts. You can record your opinions. You can record the creative innuendos that you have, or begin to move into a place where you can now speak your thoughts and begin to speak them out loud and record them. And then we have devices, we have all things that can transcribe those things into words now. So there's all kind of ways for you to actually write your life story, to write down your thoughts, your ideas, your concepts. Writing is a declaration of independence. I will no longer live by the stories handed to me. I will write my own. And I think that this is a very good affirmation to hold on to as we move into 2025. I will no longer live by the stories handed to me. I will write my own. I don't want my story to be like anybody else. I want it to be like mine. But now here's the thing, people. The problem I have with this is that many of us don't know what we want, because we've experienced so many things in the past. We know what we don't want. And so a lot of times we know we don't want to be broke. We don't want to be sick. We don't want to be lonely. We know what we don't want. And a lot of us don't know what we want. And so we've been so emotionalized and so bamboozled and hoodwinked by social media that we see all of these things on social media. We see all of these things going on. And so what we do is say, you know what, I want this and I want that. But your wanting is based on what you saw somebody else have, and you figured, hey, I would love to have that. And what happens is when you actually get that, something happens to where you realize that, this didn't really do what I thought it was going to do for me. I thought that once I got this, and so we begin to understand that in reality, that's not what you really wanted, because when you got it, it didn't give you fulfillment, the joy, the excitement that you thought it would. And so I think it's vitally important that when we even talk about the pen, before we get to writing, is that we get into a place where we really get an understanding of what it is that we want in our lives. How is our life going to unfold? What is it that we want? You never get out of life what you want. You only get out of life what you become. And so with that being said, what am I going to become in this world? What is my purpose? What is my plan? What is my destiny? These 4 roles, these archetypes that you keep hearing us go over and over again, I think the more you hear about it, the more you become equipped with it, the more you start understanding and moving into those roles. The producer, you're the visionary. You oversee the big picture. You decide the budget of your energy, your time, your focus. Where am I investing my energy? That's a question you ask yourself. Where am I investing my energy? Is this story worth the time I'm putting into it? There's a lot of things in your life story, in your life script, that need to be edited out, that needs to be taken out. And so you ask yourself the question, where am I investing my energy? Am I focused on drama, he say, she say, the gossip columns, the blogs, the Shade Room, World Star Hip Hop, TMZ, the gossip? Am I focused on that, or what am I focused on? Am I focused on my life, on what I'm manifesting? Am I focused on my spouse, my children, my family? What am I investing my energy? The producer sets the tone, the purpose, and the direction of the movie. And in this case, the direction of your life. You move to the author. The pen belongs to the author. As the author, you write the script of your life. You rewrite your dialogue. You change the way you speak to yourself. Words like I can't, or I'm stuck, or have no place in the script. You create new narratives. Who do you want to be? You take control of the plot. Where is the story going? You have to know which direction you're moving in. So that's why I think it's imperative that you know what you want, even if something small and minute. It doesn't have to be anything big. Because once you know what it is that you want and what the direction you're going into, it changes the dynamic greatly, because now you can become focused. Now you can put yourself in a position now to where you can say, hey, this is what I'm going for. I believe that I can manifest this experience. I believe that I can edit this out of my life, and then I can also add some other things in. I told you guys before, I had the opportunity of going to the motion picture library where you were able to get screenplays. Now, these screenplays were the original screenplays that were used on the set. I began to see Malcolm X with Spike Lee, And all of the notes, you can see that as they were shooting, he was editing. He was taking stuff out. There was stuff that was crossed out. And then you could see the little notes of where he added new stuff in, right? He was editing. He understood the power of the pen to produce, to edit, and to narrate the story. PEN. The director, you're the decision maker. The director calls the shots. What stays and what goes. Stop allowing toxic people or habits to occupy scenes that no longer serve you. Yes, people, places, and things that no longer serve you need to be edited out, needs to be removed. I think that when you get to the place where you understand this, it can become one of the most powerful things in the world when you understand the powers that you have. You know, the director also knows when to say cut. You have the power to stop replaying past traumas, and also removing the limited beliefs. So when things from your past start to come up and start to affect you in a negative way, or start to possibly hinder you, or make you emotional, or throw you off your square, you have the ability to yell cut and remove it out. You have the power on how to stage the action. The director shapes how the story unfolds, which is vitally important. You know, many of you have seen a lot of your favorite movies, and many of you may not, keep up with who's the producer, who's the director. You like the movie, you love the actors that's in it. Denzel Washington has a movie that came out on Friday, I believe, Gladiator 2. And he's been doing a lot of press runs. And he's been getting a lot of interviews. He's been, really talking about this film. He's also mentioned the possibility of retiring, and everybody just ran with it. He says there's about 5 more movies that he wants to do. And he just did another interview that I saw this weekend, and he was saying, listen, everybody's going crazy because I said I was going to retire. He says, I have about 4 or 5 movies that I want to do, which is another 4 or 5 years. And then he says, after that, I want to get behind the camera. I want to direct. There's power in becoming a director, because see, now Denzel's an actor, so a director tells him what to do. He begins to look at the screenplay and work from that aspect of it. But when you become the director, you have control. So now Denzel can take the initiative to say, hey, I don't like this going on in the movie. I want to change this. I want to change that. I can't think of the name of the movie. I think one of the first movies Denzel directed was the movie with him and Derek Luke, when they were in the Army, and Derek Luke was one of his clients. He was like a psychiatrist. I can't think of the movie. It was a good movie, though. What was it? Something Antoine Fisher. I think it's called Antoine Fisher. It's based on a true story. But Denzel Washington directed that movie. It was his first directorial debut. And I think the movie The Great Debaters was his second, because he also directed the movie The Great Debaters, where he had a group of kids that he coached in becoming a great debate team. And this was back in the days when they had segregation and all of this stuff, and they were going up against all of these white schools, and they were winning. But when you understand the role of the director, you understand the power that you have and the understanding of it. Now, as an actor, Denzel understands the embodiment of it, right? And a script means nothing if you don't live by it. As the actor, you embody the characters you've written. Take bold action and alignment with the vision. Live as if your dream life is already real. You know, to embody a role, to become. As I told you before, you never get out of life what you want. You only get out of life what you become. So when you become the very thing that you want, the universe says, oh, wow, this person has already become this. We have to make it official. You know, we have to take a look at the significance of the power of the pen. I want you guys to walk away with something today, understanding the power of your pen. Some of you may be listening right now and need finances, right? And says, "Oh man, my money situation is not great." You have the power to change. You can edit that by rewriting your financial situation. Some of you are in your marriages and you feel like your marriage is not going well, or the relationship between you and your kids is not going well. You have the ability to rewrite that. And what I'm going to do is, you know, every week we've been talking about this and we've been teaching on it. And I've been giving you the what, the when, and the where. But I want to show you guys, and I guess we're going to have to do this like in a group setting, maybe like a Zoom call where I can show you how to do it. And we can actually, you guys can look over my shoulder as I use examples of how you can rewrite your life story, from finances, from relationships, from any aspect of your life. When you take control of your pen, there's quite a few things that you have the ability to do to clarify your vision. Writing forces you to clarify what you want, turning vague dreams into concrete goals. That's what you want. You don't want anything vague. You don't want to almost, should have, could have, would have. You want something that you know for sure. Empowerment. When you write your story, you reclaim your power. You are no longer a victim of circumstances. You know, it's something about taking that control back. You know, writing also gives you some kind of, I believe at some point, some emotional healing. You know, writing is therapeutic. It allows you to release pain, forgive, and rewrite memories with a new perspective. Writing keeps you focused and disciplined. A written plan keeps you focused. It is a compass that keeps you aligned with your purpose. That's why I said writing makes things official. When you write down your plan, what you guys are going to be doing in 2025, some of the things that you want to accomplish, it may be one or two things. It doesn't have to be a big list. You know, some of you may have whatever your, you know, everybody does the New Year's resolutions, and then by February, it's fizzled out. Or sometimes it may not even go to February. It probably go to the end of January. But writing, it makes things official. Writing is the magic bridge between that which is unseen and that which now becomes seen. Writing also gives you increased confidence. You know, writing your goals down and your dreams and beginning to write your story as you want it to unfold, you start to see what's possible. Somebody's listening and says, you know what, I've been lonely. You know, I really want to get a my soulmate or get in a real good relationship. I've been attracting the wrong people, and a lot of times I've been settling. I want to get somebody that's good, somebody that fits me, somebody that loves me for me, and somebody who we're just inevitably connected. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You have a pen. And what is the pen? The PEN. It's your ability to produce, to edit, and narrate your life story. Writing gives you accountability. Writing creates a sense of commitment. It's harder to ignore your goals when they're in black and white. Yes, write your goals down. Put them on the refrigerator. Put them on your your dresser. Put it on the mirror in your dresser. Put it in the bathroom. Put it everywhere you can see it. Why? Because once you look at things that you've written down, you'll be blown away. Jim Carrey, the great actor, comedian, he years and years ago, I think this is even before he got on In Living Color, he wrote a check to himself for $20 million. And guess what? That came to pass because he actually got a check for $20 million. It's the power of writing. Writing will also allow your creativity to be unlocked. Some of you may say, well, you know what? I really don't know what I want my life to be like. I just, I'm learning how to be comfortable and I want to have peace. Yes, you want to be comfortable and you want to have peace, but you also have to be very detailed in how that happens. Writing sparks your imagination and opens the doors to ideas you hadn't considered. When you start writing, you start going down that rabbit hole, things begin to open up to you. You begin to say, oh, wow, I never thought about this. I never thought about that. Writing also allows you to break down old barriers. Remember, we're editing. By rewriting your story, you break free from inherited scripts and social expectations. Inherited scripts are the beliefs that you got from your parents, the beliefs of your family, the things that you learned growing up, the things that, you encounter from family and friends, but you know that those things are not going to be in the forefront of where you're going. They're kind of hindering you. So you definitely want to look at that from that perspective. You are the author of your own life story. If you don't like where the story is going, write a new chapter. Everybody listening to my voice right now, if you do not like the way that your life story is going at this moment right now, rewrite a new chapter. There is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside of you. And this is something that Maya Angelou had said. She said, there is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside of you. Some of you have a story inside of you that's burning to come out. There's something inside of you that you want to get out, and you've been wanting to get this thing out for a long time. But I want you to know today is the day. Words are the most powerful tool of communication. It's the most powerful tool. The pen will always be mightier than the sword because it rewrites destinies. Your tomorrow is wrapped up in the ink and the pen in your hand. Your tomorrow. Your December is wrapped up in the ink and the pen in your hand. And when you begin to understand the power that you hold, you begin to let some things go. You begin to release the old stories. Like write a letter to your past self, forgiving and releasing what no longer serves you. And you know what I would do? I would write that letter. I would write a letter to my past self, forgiving myself, and also releasing things that maybe I was holding on to. And then what I would do is I would either burn that letter up or I would tear it up and throw it away. It no longer serves me. The old stories, the old concepts. Maybe there's some people in your life that you want to remove out of your life. Go ahead and remove them. You have the ability to edit. Embody the script. Dress, act, and live like the version of yourself you've written about. Dress, act, and live like the version of yourself you've written about. One of the greatest things about this whole thing we call life and the ability to change our life script is that everybody that's listening to me, you are evolving. You're not the same person you was 10 years ago. You're not the same person you was 2 years ago. You're not the same person you were 6 months ago. Everybody's evolving. Everybody's growing, expanding. So could you imagine as you grow and expand and your life change, you having the ability to introduce these experiences, these nuances of life, and begin to really put yourself into a place where you can create the reality that you've always wanted. See, many of us are waiting for somebody else to help us. We're praying, we're saying, hopefully it happened to me, hopefully hopefully favor, hopefully luck will fall on my side, hopefully it happened to me, not realizing that you have the ability to make it happen. And when it does happen, it won't be by mistake. It'll be on purpose. The pen is the most powerful tool that we have, ladies and gentlemen. And once you know that and begin to operate with it, you'll be amazed. When you guys get off this call and later on tonight, pick up your pen and write as though your life depends on it, because it does. Write your fears, write your dreams, write your story, release the past, embrace the future. No one can take the pen out of your hand unless you let them. I'm going to repeat that. No one can take the pen out of your hand unless you let them. Your pen, P-E-N, was designed for you to produce, to edit, and to narrate your life story. I want to thank all of you for tuning in today. Listen, if this message has been a blessing to you, if it's giving you any value, if it's giving you the opportunity to say, you know, I got some things that I need to do, it's inspired you, if it's motivated you at all, I just want to say thank you. That's what our intention was. We want to say to all of you who are consistently connected to us, who have been here every Sunday, listening to the playback, sharing it. I'm asking everybody, if they can, to go ahead and hit the like button. If you can, it'd help us to, you know, raise the algorithms and become more visible. So we appreciate that. I also want to thank all of you, for those of you who have been contributing to our ministry, our organization, with your donations, with your love seeds. I want to thank all of you. We are forever grateful. We have our thing called circulation. We believe that whatever you release out of your hand, it comes back to its original point of origin, but we believe that it comes back 100-fold return. And we believe that whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So we believe that you guys putting your time and effort and energy by listening to this and by coming here every week, that you will definitely receive a return on your investment, right? But whatever it is that you release into this ministry, we believe and we declare it and decree it that you will receive 100-fold returns. We're asking everybody, if they can and if they will, to donate, to sow a $26 seed donation. If that's you, there are 4 ways that you can give. Some of you may say, well, I don't have the $26. I may have 5, I may have 10, I may have 15, I may have 20. Some of you may say, I have more than $26. Whatever it is that's been placed on your heart, I want to make sure that, if anything, we bring value to you. If anything, we bring you great wisdom, great insight, and that you don't just listen to this, but you apply it. You take these lessons and you apply it to your life to bring great change, great transformation, and that you will begin to become the best version of yourself. There are 4 ways that you can donate to the Temple of Enlightenment International Spiritual Center. First way is going to be Cash App, $TOESC. Once again, that's $TOESC. Also, the ways to give are also in our description. We also have VENMO and PayPal. So if you guys want to join us or sow that donation or give that donation by by PayPal or ZELLE. PayPal or ZELLE are going to be our email address, and that's going to be info, INFO, at TOESC.org. Once again, that's info, INFO, at TOESC.org. And then we do have VENMO, and our VENMO is going to be under issacharbey.com. I'm sorry, issacharbey@gmail.com. So that's going to be issacharbey@gmail.com. And then also, I wanted to let you guys know, if you want to do send a check money order, you can make it out to the Temple of Enlightenment. And our address is also in the description in the bottom. All of our services, we have the credit cure. Those of you that want to try to get your credit together for 2025, we also have our consultations that are available. So, you know, these are the things that are available to you. Like I said, anybody that's having any issues, maybe suffering from depression, loneliness during the holidays this week, reach out to us. We will be available. We will get somebody on the phone with you. We will be able to talk with you and let you know that, listen, you're not by yourself. We're your family. We're here. And we're looking forward to continuing to provide great content every week, same place, same time. If this lesson has been a blessing to you and has brought you any value, we ask that you go ahead and share it with any of your friends, your family, and your loved ones. We are forever grateful for your insight that you received, your wisdom you received, for all of you who have expanded your life. Your life has been transformed. Your life has increased. You have begun to see success and begin to work with these things. We say thank you. I get a lot of emails. I get a lot of people giving us feedback, so we are forever grateful. I want to say this one thing. Your destiny is not a matter of chance. It's a matter of choice. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it.